Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Oak Hill Spotlight. My name is Kenton Michael, and today I'm here with Evan Potter. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. So, we've got some questions here for Evan. Can you share a memorable experience or achievement that you've accomplished through the school recently?
It was great when we went and won the state championship with the fishing team, and then we got sent up to Wisconsin for the nationals, and that was a great time.
That sounds really fun. How was that experience?
It was great. There was a lot of boats there. I think it was like 400 and some boats, all in one river. It was amazing.
I know your partner was Braden Brown. How did you guys perform at state and nationals?
At state we got first. I'll give it to him. He carried me in state.
That's
And
all
then
right.
We went over to nationals, and we placed pretty well. I can't remember exact numbers. It was in the hundreds out of the 400s, but we placed pretty well, and we both did really well up at national.
That's pretty good, representing Oak Hill well in and out of state. So, moving on, how are you feeling about spring sports / activities as they are starting up?
I'm pretty excited about it. I'm really glad the fishing team's starting back up. And the other sports, I don't play them, but I do like going and watching them and supporting our school.
What are you most excited for with the baseball season coming up?
I don't know. I'm excited to see that there is a new coach coming in, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform with the team and how the team's going to do all overall.
Sounds exciting. And now, would you rather, he doesn't know this question, would you rather have the ability to talk to animals or speak all foreign languages fluently?
Talk to animals. That'd be really cool.
That easy?
Yeah.
Now,
I ain't even thinking about that one. I would talk to the animals.
like, what if you're, stranded in a different country? Would you still rather be able to talk to animals?
I'm still talking to the animals.
I just now thought about that. Like, if you're stranded in a completely different continent, I mean, sure.
Do I get to keep this ability for my whole life
Your
or just
whole
this
life.
moment?
Whole life.
I'm just staying stranded and going with the animals still, I think.
That's a fair point. Because, I mean, if you're stranded in a different continent, it'd be nice to be able to communicate with other people, but I'd also like to talk to a giraffe or,
Yeah.
an elephant or something.
Yeah, and they know how to survive if you're stranded better than the people would, too.
That's
They
true.
do it their whole lives.
It would be a scary position, though, if you were out in the middle with lions and giraffes. So I hope that doesn't happen. But now, what animal would you talk to first?
Definitely a dog, to see what their opinion of, living with people is. To see if they actually like it or not.
It's a great point. What do you think they'd say?
I think they would like it. I feel like I'd be, the best life for an animal, just getting fed all the time. And
Nice and easy, get
doing what they
fed.
want.
All right, next up, I'm here with Judy Wolford. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
So we've also got some questions here. Can you share a memorable experience or achievement through the school recently?
I would say my favorite achievement was yesterday. I lettered in basketball. It was my first time lettering, and in the beginning of the season, that was one of my main goals to letter in it because it's one of my favorite sports. So lettering in it was a big deal, especially to me and my family.
That's great. So how do you think personally the season went for you?
I think it went good. I think I have a lot to work on. The team has a lot to work on with trusting each other. But the coach did a really good job. Coach Hill, he did a really good job just pushing us to our limits and getting us into a different mental space and physical, body, I guess. And yeah, he just did really good.
That's great. It seems like you guys know what you need to work on, and I'm excited to see the improvement for next season. Now, next up, how are you feeling about spring sports that are coming up?
I'm really excited. I do track. I do a field event, shot put, and it's one of my favorite things to do, just throwing a heavy ball, why not? And I'm also excited for softball to start back up. I don't play it, but a lot of my friends do, and it would just be fun watching them.
That's great, going around and supporting all the sports that are going on. How do you feel the competition's going to change going from middle school to varsity this year with track and field?
I think it will definitely be a big change just because when I went to, when I was in middle school and I went to high school track and field, watching it, there's just some, big girls throwing and, they can throw it quite far. So with me, I just know I have a lot to work on for the competition coming up.
Now, would you rather have the ability to talk to animals or speak all foreign languages fluently?
I would rather speak all foreign languages fluently just because Spanish class would be so much easier and then like say it was just like straightened out in Russia or whatever, and I'm like talking Russian or whatever, they'd be like, wow, like she's amazing, and I'd just be like,
It's natural.
yeah.
Now, I know you mentioned Spanish and Russian, but are there any other languages that are like on the top of your bucket list? Like, I just go and speak that.
French,
French.
that would be awesome.
French is very confusing. I don't understand anything in French. Now, with this ability to speak any foreign language, you gave up the ability to talk to animals. If you were to be able to talk to animals, what animal would you talk to first?
Probably an elephant. I don't know, I just love elephants. And one question I would ask it is, does their nose get in their way ever? If it annoys them, I'd probably give it a big old hug. I love elephants.
That's great. Questions that we've all been wondering and need to be answered sometime soon. Next up, we have Mrs. Howard. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
That's great. Now, I heard that you guys are doing something ancient Egypt related in class. Can you give us a little detail
Yes.
about that?
In 6th grade social studies, we do the 4 ancient civilizations: Mesopotamia, India, China, and Egypt. And in the art show is going on Thursday night, so we're doing some art projects so the students can display their artwork for the parents and community to see. They're working on 8 projects right now, 8 different projects. The one that they really like the most is a life-size pharaoh. So they're researching what the pharaohs look like, and then they're drawing them, and then they're painting them. And we will cut those out, and they will be hung on the walls for the parents to see. And it's a really neat project because they come in all shapes and sizes. Another thing that they're doing hieroglyphic writing. They're doing a bookmark where they'll write their name using the hieroglyphic symbols, which are very hard to write or draw. And then they're doing a clay project like that as well. They can do a message or they can do their name on the clay. So that's 3 of the 8 that we're working on that they really like to do.
That actually sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Are there any ones that are being made now that like stick out to you? Like that's the clear.
Yes. I mean, there are some very artistic 6th graders that I'm working with, and the different projects that are going on, you just see some that are popping out. And they're also doing free-handed drawing, and that's really been, I've really been impressed with some of those projects that they're doing. So, yeah.
That's great. Now, moving on to the would you rather question.
Okay.
Would you rather have the ability to talk to animals or speak all foreign languages fluently?
That's a tough one. I think I would rather talk to animals. When I come home every day, my dogs are like, it's like they're telling me a story. And I would love to know what they're saying. I mean, probably telling on the other one or things like that,
Of course.
Yes.
Now, I know you just mentioned dogs, but are there any other animals that you'd want to talk to and mark off your bucket list?
Let's see. No birds. Mrs. Howard is terrified of birds, so
No birds.
no birds. Let's see.
Not even like flamingos?
No.
Because flamingos are my favorite animal. I
Yeah.
talk to a flamingo first.
Yeah. I think maybe a panda bear. I would like to talk to pandas or gorillas. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That would be fun, yes.
See what a life of a panda's like, just chilling and eating
Right.
bamboo.
Or the rage of a gorilla at the zoo when he pounds on the glass.
That'd be
What's
sca-
going on with you?
That'd be really scary.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you, Mrs. Howard, for joining us. I appreciate
Thank you for having me. I
sharing all the
appreciate
projects and your opinion on what animals you talk to. So,
Yes.
hope you have a good day.
it. You too. Thanks.
Hello! We are the Triumph Music Honor Society. March is Music in Our Schools Month, and we've created a Spirit Week for music, and we would love it if you all could participate next week.